There's something very important for every woman to consider is to learn how to take care of her own self. And why is that very important? Like, recently I was in an airplane and I was I usually don't notice all the announcements that they do, which I must notice. But one of the things that, struck me in that one of the announcements that they did was they were showing this video of, what happens when the oxygen in the airplane reduces. So then you have oxygen masks coming down, and then they show this video of a mother with her child sitting next to her, and she puts the oxygen mask first and then she helps the child. And I found my internal system revolting. Like, how could she do that? She needs to take care of her child first and then put it for herself, and that would be natural for any mother to do. It's unnatural for a mother to first put oxygen for her own self and then take care of the child. But what I learned out of that is it makes sense, because only when she is properly oxygenated and she's taken care of properly, then she can be very alert to her baby's needs on the side. So, that's expanding that concept. It's very, very important for women to learn how to take care of themselves, to take care and to bring, to have time every single day where they are taking care of their needs. And that is spiritual needs, emotional needs, and their physical needs, and their need for expression, about what are the different things that they want to do. So a woman in today's society has various roles. A woman is, a mother, and a mother's role is like an ever expanding and a never ending role. And right from taking care of the children's, physical well-being and, their food habits and their behavior and their character and their education and their homework and their exposure to different cultures and, taking them for these different classes and teaching them how to behave themselves, teaching them how to talk, teaching them how to be clean, having a regulated schedule for them throughout the day. That's an intense role that women do every single day. Then there's a role of being a wife, taking care of the husbands, taking care of the house, taking care of the needs of the husband, taking care of the different relationships that are there in society, relationships within the family, social gatherings, gifting, keeping your house in order, keeping your kitchen in order. And then, if a woman is working, then there are challenges at work, there are deadlines to meet at work, then there are so many different things that a woman has to do even at work. And then, dealing with, the people who come in the house to help us out if you are in India, or the different service providers that you deal with. And there are these so many high pressure roles that we all have to take, and even if you miss one of them, you can't miss one of them, because if you miss one of them in the system, the entire system gets affected by that, right? So even if you take a mother's role, right, even if you just take that role, if you miss one aspect of raising the child, which is, say, you don't, while you take care of the education and the health and, the character development, not character development, but, the co-curricular and extracurricular activity development, you forget focusing on the behavior of the child, it falls flat. So it's a high pressure job that every woman has to do across the different roles that she performs. And it's extremely important that she realizes the amount of things that she takes care of in a day-to-day basis. And it's important that you take care of yourself while you're doing these things. Now, other challenges that come while you're performing these roles are that some of the stakeholders may not cooperate with you. Like, say, if you make a schedule for the day, but the other stakeholders in the family may not respect that schedule for the day, and it throws you for a toss. Or you don't have enough service providers around you, you don't have enough help available for you. Or your own health is not so good. Or, there are so many different challenges that can come. So it creates a lot of stress. Another important aspect that creates a lot of stress is a woman's own attitude towards herself, where she feels that she has to be 100% in every single role. Forget what the society expects out of you, or forget what people expect out of you. A woman herself, because of her sincerity, may feel that she has to do a good job in every single aspect of her life. And that's a very, very unrealistic expectation to have. And what happens with all this pressure is that a lot of And if a woman is doing all of these things and not taking care of herself, then a lot of diseases can set in into the body that can be so unexplained that they may not show up in medical tests. So while you may be feeling sick and weak all the time, or not up to the mark or not up to it, for a lot of things, and even if you get all your medical tests done, they may not show up. Your tests may show up normal. And there are so many different diseases that people not like. There'll be some aches and weird aches and pains in the body, or there might be some acidity, there might be some ulcers, there might be some acid reflux, or there might be fibromyalgia, and so many different things. So it's very important that you have a regimen, that while you're doing these different roles, you remember the oxygen mask example, and you remember that you must take care of yourself. So what are your physical needs? Your need for rest, your need for sleeping on time, your need for a routine, your need for eating healthy food, your need for exercise. Then even your emotional health, your need to be balanced in your emotions, your need to not exposing yourself to too much stress, or your need to understanding how to de-stress yourself on a regular basis, your need to meet other females, other ladies, so that you can share more about your life, and the need for your spiritual growth also. So all of these things are very, very important, and I highly encourage all my friends to do something where you have a plan in place where you also take care of yourself, because if mama is happy, everyone is happy. Mama is not happy, nobody can be happy in the house. So take care of yourself. Thank you.